Go grab you a drink, get you a snack, and come sit on this couch because we are about to unpack episodes 7 through 9. These episodes gave us a little bit of everything: group therapy, ego checks, and a whole lot of drama. Everybody wants love, but nobody wants accountability. Across these 3 episodes, the matchmakers decided to throw everybody in a room and let them duke it out. And baby, nobody was safe. And see, this is where I wouldn't have made it on the show because there's no way you could sit up and tell me about my relationship and yours is in the dumps as well. But that's why I'm not on the show. I get it. Everybody is in the same boat in this crazy married at first sight situation. But some people were going in. Let's talk about it. Adam and Marissa. Now, normally I don't like talking about them because y'all know I don't like Adam. However, I have to talk about them in this video. Everybody is always so in awe of them because when they're around them, they're always so lovey dovey and kissy kissy. The matchmakers were like, cut it out. Have y'all been having serious conversations? They both admitted, no, they haven't. And it's like, what are y'all doing? To be honest, though, if this were a normal dating situation, what they're doing, having fun, keeping everything lighthearted, it wouldn't be necessarily wrong. But in this situation, they have a limited time to figure out, are they going to stay married? So it's like, okay, let's get to it. I loved how one of the matchmakers called Adam out and said that he's been showing up like this whole thing is a joke. This is not the Adam show. Adam looked completely dumbfounded when Marissa started being emotional about her father because he had no idea about that. And it's like, if you weren't so self centered and concentrating on yourself, you could have had that conversation with her in private. Courtney and Nick, listen, I'm not playing nice anymore. Courtney is full of shit, and she pissed me off all 3 episodes. I could tell you what type of person Courtney is. Courtney was that type of person when she was younger. If she didn't like somebody, she tried to convince everybody else not to like that person just because she didn't like them. Because that's exactly what she's doing to Nick. She couldn't even convince her own family not to like him. It's given low key that she's a mean girl and a bully. And then at the group therapy, she had the nerve to question other people about their relationship. Like, girl, hush. You need to take care of what's going on in your situation. You're the one up here talking about how fine someone else's man is in front of your man. And that's another thing. This is the second time she's mentioned how good somebody look or how much she enjoys talking to somebody else's man. I know you work out, but can you fight? Cause I don't know, girl. You trying to take somebody else's man. Now, Nick got called out too. I'm trying to tell y'all, nobody was safe in these episodes. Nick got called out because the matchmakers were like, Nick, we really don't know anything about you. What's up? Nick couldn't even answer that question, y'all. And he couldn't answer that question because Nick is our reality star. He needs a script. And because he didn't have a script, it took him so long to answer that simple question. So yeah, that wasn't a good look for Nick. It actually was giving us nothing. Bella Jolie and Mecca. This this was complicated. So remember where we left off last time. Mecca was saying how Bella Jolie was more attracted to him than he was to her. Well, he got called out for those comments during the group therapy. Someone made the comment that he friend zoned her, which is true. Someone also called him out for being performative and unauthentic, which is also true. But what was interesting and a little surprising was those comments made during group therapy made Bella Jolie upset and made her go into defense mode for Mecca. And so Bella Jolie is now saying that those comments that he made about her didn't make her feel less desired. And even the matchmaker is asking her, like, are you sure? Are you sure? Because that's not what it seemed like. Now, niece, do not put your feelings to the side to try to help him because he has a bruised ego. Because he looks like his feelings was so hurt when somebody said that. And I can understand that, but it's the truth. Niece, don't save him. He don't want to be saved. Sean and Nikki. Now, this was another one that had me scratching my head a little bit. During the first group meeting, as everyone is going around the table talking about what they've been experiencing so far, Nikki whispers to Sean that she's concerned about sharing because she doesn't want to embarrass him. Well, let me tell you, Sean left Nikki out there to fend for herself. When Nikki started speaking and she talked about the disagreements that her and Sean have been having, and she described about how she walked away from an argument and she towered over him in her 5'5" height because he's only 5'6". Everybody, well, actually, the guys pounced on her. And as they jumped down her back, Sean sat there like, he had a look on his face like, oh, they not talking to me, they talking to you. Honey, Sean sat there like a quiet church mouse. So afterwards, Nikki asked Sean, like, what was up with that? Like, why didn't you have my back? They ended up splitting up over that. I don't know if it was for a night, a few nights, but they ended up splitting up over that. And they went and talked to one of the counselors who helped them work out how to communicate with each other. So the next time they met up with the group, they presented as a united couple. However, my boy Nick wasn't buying it the next time that they showed up. And you know what, Nick? I'm with you on that because I don't buy it either. I get that they wanted to present as a united couple, but I just still don't buy that they into each other like that. I've already spoken about how I feel about Nikki faking her attraction, but there's something about Sean that I do not trust, and I can't put my finger on it, but something about him is giving me petty. And I feel like he's playing nice right now, but I am concerned about how all of this is going to end. We'll have to stay tuned, but something is going to happen at the end of this, and it's not going to be good. Michelle and Cameron have a salary conversation, and Michelle is saying that she wants someone who makes at least 150K. And that makes Cameron feel a certain way because Cameron does not make that right now. But he does say in the future with his current job, he has the potential to make that. It's just not guaranteed. Now, through therapy and conversations, Michelle realizes that although she may like that, it's not the end all be all because Cameron has other qualities that are really important to her. So she is okay with him not making that money. But let me ask y'all this because I was reading through some comments and I thought what people were saying was interesting. So, do you think that wanting your partner to make 150K is a reasonable ask? As I was reading through the comments, a lot of people were saying that's not an unreasonable ask in today's economy. So, I went to look up some data because that's one thing y'all gonna learn about me. I'm always looking up facts. So first of all, I already knew the average salary in the United States is between 64 and 69,000 annually, right? So I'm like, okay, but then I'm like, Seattle is a tech city. So their average is going to be a little bit more higher. So what's the average salary in Seattle? The average salary in Seattle is between 79,000 and 97,000. So I'm like, okay, so she's still wanting above average for her spouse. But I want to know what your opinion is. Is 150K a reasonable amount to ask for your partner to make in today's economy with how expensive everything is? Let me know what you think. Felipe and Tori. Felipe revealed that he's concerned about losing the passion that they have for one another somewhere down the line. My question is, if and when that happens, what's next? Are you running to the arms of some other woman? Are you dumping Tori? Like, what we talking about? Tori, honey, these are the questions you need to be asking. If I was Tori, I would be letting Felipe know Since you a hoe, you have done nothing to make me feel secure, and I'm gonna need you to work on that. Devin and Caitlin, listen, I feel like Caitlin couldn't be less interested in Devin. Her mind seems to be so disconnected from this experience. It's like he's there with the shell of her. Now, why that is, I don't know. I don't know if there's someone else in her life, if she's not attracted to him, or if she's just simply not interested. I don't know what it is, but like I said before, she shouldn't have been on the show. She's not into this. She took somebody else's spot. I would be very, very surprised if she's able to turn this around and they make it at the end. That was episode 7 through 9. It's getting heated, y'all. At the end of the episodes, the matchmakers asked them if they had to make a decision today, what would they say? Most of them said undecided. Some of them said yes. If you ask me, some of them should have said no. Whatever. I guess we'll have to see what happens. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so we can keep up with each other. Feel free to follow me on TikTok. My information will be in the box below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you being here, and I will see y'all in episode 10. Taking notes of my